Good morning, everyone. I am Tracy Moore, Academic Dean at STEP Academy. I'm delighted to be here for our 2018-19 commencement exercises. I am so delighted because it's graduation day, and graduation day is always a day of rejoicing, for it marks the conclusion of an educational journey and the commencement of a new and exciting path. Graduation is a ceremony designed to provide memories and impressions that will last a lifetime. I would like to request everyone's assistance to ensure that our students have a dignified graduation ceremony today. In order to do that, please remain quiet while speakers are addressing the audience and stay seated until the end of the graduation ceremony. As graduates' names are announced, please hold your applause and do not whistle or scream so that all names can be heard clearly. They've all worked so hard for this. Today's an important day. I would now like to introduce Dr. Mustafa Ibrahim, our Executive Director, to address you.
It's an honor for me to welcome STEP Academy students, parents, family members, and the members of the school board here at the STEP Academy graduation this morning. I would like to acknowledge the STEP Academy board, those who work in day and night to improve the quality of our school. And most of them are here today with us. And I would like to start with our board chair, Dr. Sandra Olmsted. Thank you very much, Dr. Sandra. Dr. Temenni also here with us. Deborah Bartlett also is here with us today. Thank you. Amina Mohammed, Abdurrahman Hassan, Abdurazak Mursal, and Rahima Sheikh Ahmed. Also, I would like to say a special thanks to the teachers of the STEP Academy who are here today also. Please, teachers, will you stand up, please? Thank you, thank you. They are committed to the success of every student and continue to take a personal interest in their academic and the social development. So thank you very much, STEP Academy teachers, another time. I would like also to acknowledge teachers' hard work for this year, inside and outside the school. These people are not only teachers, they are role models, mentors, coaches, and counselors. STEP Academy has a professional and dedicated faculty focused on student learning and growth. Our focal point as educators is to support the development of the whole child. We offer a truly realistic academic program that leads our most graduate to graduate STEP Academy and also earn 2 years of college credits. That is a success we would like to share also with you today. More than half of graduating class this year, they earned at least 20 to 30 college credits. That means they heard of the game. They already completed year or 2 years of college while they still at the STEP Academy. Some other schools, they don't even allow students to do that. I know that, in fact, some public and charter schools, they don't allow students to be a full-time college student while they're still in high school. But the STEP Academy is different. We encourage, we like our students to earn college credit while they're still in high school. Before I go further, I would like to acknowledge, and I'm sorry for this, with us also today is Dr. Joe Nathan. Is us with us today? Please. I know Dr. Joe is very busy. For the second year in a row, he also with us. He liked to share his wisdom and also participate in our graduation. And the last two weeks ago, National Charter School Conference inducted Hall of Fame to be part of that. So was inducted Hall of Fame for the National Charter Schools. The BSU movement, the post-secondary education movement, also the father and the guidance also in state of Minnesota and the national, also it's Dr. Joe Nathan. So thank you very much. I also like to thank parents. Thank you very much, STEP Academy parents. I want also to appreciate for that and acknowledge for that. Thank you also for bringing your children to our school and trusting us with them every single day. I especially want to thank you for raising such an amazing group of people who are with us today. With parental support and the quality of teachers and the dedicated board members, were able to provide outstanding academic programs for our students. These achievements, combined with solid commitment to excellence, foster a strong sense of unity and pride for our students and their families, and allow STEP Academy to thrive as a learning community. Congratulations to each member of our graduating class and their families. Congratulations. Today is a great day for you. It's a day to celebrate with your family and friends. A day you have been waiting for since you are entered in kindergarten for 13 years ago. For many of you, high school graduation is just the next step in your education. You are headed to a university, a community college, to the daunting task of preparing for the career you want to pursue. The diploma you receive today is your insurance policy, with a premium paid in full by your hard work over the past 13 years. The value for that policy depends on you and how much effort you put into your education and what you do with it as you go on. Use it, take advantage of what this offers. Statistics shows that high school diploma is your passport to higher earning and the protection against tough economic times.
Thank you, Dr. Mustafa. Next, we will hear from our board chair, Dr. Sandra Olmsted.
First, I want to say how proud we are of all of you. I know what it's like to be you. I want to know if you realize how many younger kids look up to you. Little brothers and sisters and cousins, nephews maybe, and nieces, who look up to you and are thinking, I want to be like that person. I want to be like my brother. I want to tell you a story. It's not a very long one. I grew up in Ridgefield. Anybody here live in Ridgefield? Anyway, at that time, everybody looked like everybody else. They kind of looked like me, right? And our school was like that. It looked like me. In 5th grade, in walked a teacher that didn't look like us. In fact, she looked like she had just stepped off the Navajo Indian Reservation down in Arizona. She wore long, flowing, what we call squash blossom skirts and loose shirts that were adaptable to hot weather. She wore jewelry. She wore silver jewelry with turquoise in them. And she had long, black, flowing hair. And she wore great big hoop earrings. And I never saw her wear a pair of high heels, not in my whole time there. She wore moccasins. She taught in moccasins. And so that was kind of a shock to begin with. She ran her classroom very differently. We had the regular curriculum, and we studied social studies. But she made it that we needed to think about what the geography was of that place around the United States or possibly around the world, what the climate was, what the dirt was like, what the resources were, and why people did the kinds of jobs they did there because of all of those things. And so it kind of brought it alive. It was about people. She brought music into this 5th grade classroom. She played the viola. And she did it really well. So when she did music, she brought in her viola and she played. And we listened, and sometimes we sang with her. She would teach us things. But she also brought in, and of course this really dates me, phonograph records. And she played classical music for us. And then she would also show us how to use watercolors and colored chalk and things like that. And then when we would get done listening to that music, she would ask us, how did it make you feel? And then she would ask us to do artwork that illustrated how we felt when we saw this music. And she did science. We grew things in the windowsill. And she was also very good at math, and everybody that was really good at math in that 5th grade classroom, she held after school and had fun things that did math. But what I remember was that this place was noisy. And while we were working on our projects and doing our artwork, we talked and we became a community, a 5th grade class community. That was the only year she taught in the Richfield Public School System. I don't think the administration knew what to do with a teacher like that. So she went on and went to Minneapolis and completed her career there. But our class of 25 or 30 5th graders, think about when you were in 5th grade, we got together after we were done with 6th grade and we said, we're going to find her. We're going to figure out where she is. We saved our babysitting money, and in my case I had a paper out money, lawn mowing money, and we said, we're going to invite her and take her out to lunch. So the whole class, this is 6th grade, this is a class later now, 25 or 30 kids, organized this, reserved a space in a restaurant locally, paid for her lunch, and talked about all the things that we had done since we left her class. When I look back on that and I think it's unbelievable that she would have that kind of effect on a class, that they would be so organized, but she gave us wings. She was so different. And things that I remember from that time, I never forgot the lessons that I learned in her class. And I can tell you with great certainty that I remember nothing from my elementary years except for that. So when I decided I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to be like her. I wanted to be like her. And so when I said, you have kids that are younger that look up to you and want to be like you, don't ever forget that. Because you need to be able to think of someone that you really look up to and say, that person's career or that person's contribution to the community or the way that person loves people and helps, I want to be like her or him. I want to be like that person. And then when you go through college and launch your careers, don't forget somebody's coming up behind you that's going to say, I want to be like you, and I want to be like you. And never forget that, because we're very proud of you now. We're launching you, and we're going to watch where you go. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Olmsted. Next, we are going to actually welcome a special guest from the St. Paul community. Kasim Basuri is a St. Paul City Council member who has demonstrated a strong commitment to youth throughout his career. He has served as an ambassador and coordinator for the St. Paul Community Ambassadors Program, spending time on the streets of St. Paul, providing outreach to urban youth. He's been a child care center director and dean of students at a local school, as well as serving as a longtime mentor to youth from around the world. We are elated that he could join us today. Mr. Kasim Basuri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I want to, first of all, thank Dr. Mustafa for the amazing, the amount of time you put into to the school, to the project, to saving our children, to helping boost them and get them to this point. Because not everyone thinks the way we think. We've been here for about 20 or so years, and we could have taken our doctor's degree, our master's degree somewhere else. But what we did was invest back in our community. And again, I want to thank you for what you did to invest back in this community who really needed it. I didn't have the opportunity you have today to have at least 2 years of college for free. Imagine, for free. We're still paying our debt. We're still paying our debt. So this is 2 years of college for free. So now what's the next step? What's the next step? You're going to college. You're going to be choosing a career path. I chose the career path of education, but I am in politics now. So I'm the first Somali council member in the city of St. Paul. I still love teaching. I still love mentoring. I still give back. Some of you I see here, I was your mentor. I was your teacher. And sometime your father. Because some of you don't have a father figure in your house, so I had to play that role and do the things that a father would do, because it's important to us to give back. So my advice to you is, you have 2 years of college now. You have this whole summer to think about what your career is going to be. Do a job shadow. Call my office. Come see what a city council does. Spend a day with me. Spend a day with Representative Mahmoud Noor. Spend a day with Representative Hodan Hassan. Spend a day with Ilhan Omar, our congresswoman. So we have great accomplishment in our community. I'm not telling all of you to become politicians, but I'm asking you to give back. Don't just focus on yourself, but be the light for your younger siblings and give back to the community that invested so much in you. Again, thank you, STEP Academy. Thank you, Dr. Mustafa, for this great accomplishment. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Next, we are pleased to welcome a very special visitor. Dr. Joe Nathan is joining us for the second year. He earned his undergraduate degree from Carleton and his master's and PhD from the University of Minnesota. He spent his career in education in inner-city public schools in roles from aide to administrator. He has earned awards from various student, parent, and professional groups. He's helped author several major laws, including PSEO and the nation's first charter school, public law. He's written 2 books and more than 30 articles for national and local news organizations, and he was recently inducted into the National Charter School Hall of Fame this year. We're fortunate to welcome Mr. Joe Nathan to address our 2019 graduating class. Would you like this one, or?
Salam. Shalom. I want to begin by thanking Mustafa and the staff and the students for inviting me for a second year. And then I want, as a parent and now as a grandparent of 5 granddaughters, I want to thank and ask the families to stand up. And I want to applaud the families who have helped make today happen. Family members. Thank you. No one gets here without support and assistance and encouragement from family. No one gets here without encouragement and assistance from educators. And so I want to ask the educators to stand up and be thanked. And now I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the beauty and the grace and the skill and the courage that you each have shown. I want to thank the young woman who demonstrated courage and grace and skill when her hat fell off. Here's the real truth. You've probably already learned it. In your life, your hat will sometimes fall off. In your life, you will sometimes stumble. In your life, you will sometimes fall. And the question is not whether it will happen. It will happen. The question is, what will you do? Will you show the courage and the grace and the humor that we saw demonstrated on this stage? Will you show, when there is a stumble, when there is a fall, the courage and the grace of the city council member who just spoke to us and has been challenged because he's doing what he thinks is right? Will you show the courage and the grace of your staff and your administration and these teachers when people say we shouldn't have charter schools? We are in the city where the very first charter in the United States was created in 1992. We have gone from one charter in the whole country to more than 3,000. We have gone from less than 50 young people in a charter, City Academy, very close to your school actually, the first charter in the whole country, less than 50 youngsters to more than 3 million people. And why is that? Because people, the educators in this room, the board members, and you and your families have shown courage. You've been willing to say, we want options. We want a different way to do this. And I also want to say to the many of you who have earned college credits, congratulations. That law is here today in part because of people like you. Your school has been represented this year by Asia Brown, who has spoken at several hearings with the legislature, stood up. For 30 years, people have been saying, no, we shouldn't let you earn free college credits. They have been saying this very strongly. And for 30 years, people like you haven't said, well, someday I'll stand up. People like you have been saying, I will stand up now. And so I want to say, thank you to the families, thank you to the educators, thank you to the board members, thank you for sticking with it, for persevering, for staying at it. You will fall, you will trip, your hat will come off sometimes, but you have demonstrated the ability to keep going. And that is one of the greatest skills, talents, attributes of a fine person in this society. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nathan. Next, I would like to introduce a very familiar face around Step Academy. Ms. Keely Tholen is known for her avid elective teaching and her tremendous support for our PSEO students. Ms. Tholen was chosen by this year's seniors as their faculty speaker. Welcome, Ms. Tholen.
Oh, I wasn't nervous and now I am. I know, it's weird, isn't it? My career began at STEP 4 years ago when our graduates were freshmen. You're my first. I had heard they were a challenging group as 8th graders, so I kind of prepared myself for the worst. Instead, what I got was a group of young men and women who wanted to be successful students and were willing to work hard because I gave them no choice. Not every day was easy, but together we made each other better. I expected more from you academically, and you expected me to provide you a challenging curriculum. Not all of the lessons you have learned have been academic in nature. For example, looking up the word nuisance in the dictionary, or that failing didn't mean you were done, but that you needed to try again. It's the lesson of trying again that I admire about you. To be honest, I was worried about some of you doing PSEO. But as usual, you found success. You proved me wrong. As you leave Step Academy, I want you to remember 5 things. You only ever fail if you give up. Follow your passions, because as I have learned, doing what I love every day makes life a lot easier. Never be afraid to challenge yourself or others. We only become better when we learn from one another. The 4th one, as freshmen, you should have been able to repeat this after me. Early is on time. On time is late. Late is unacceptable. And number 5, as long as I am at Step Academy, my door is open for you. Do not be afraid to come in to say hi, to get help, for advice, or to share some good news. Congratulations, class of 2019, and welcome to adulting.
Thank you, Ms. Tholen. Our students have not grown up and achieved this honor on their own. They experience support from their teachers, their families, but especially their parents. This morning, we would like to welcome Ahmed Mursal, one of Step Academy's involved and active parents, attending and facilitating PTO events, speaking out in support of Step Academy, and being a parent to 2 graduates and 3 others still in our school. Ahmed Mursal will deliver our parent message.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. والدين تشرفت له، معلمين maamulka iskuulka Step Academy, ardada quruxda badan, dhammaantiin ku soo dhawaada qalin jabinta sanadkii 8aad ee iskuulka Step Academy. qalin jabinta maanta aan isugu nimid 2019ka ama 2019ka waa qalin jabintii 8aad ee iskuulka Step Academy. waxaan xusuustaa sanadkii ugu horeeyay waxaa ka qalin jabisay iskuulka Step Academy hal gabadh. 8 sano kadib alxamdulillaah waxaa ka qalin jabinaysaa iskuulka Step Academy ardadan hortiina fadhiyada arkaysaan ee tirada badan wiilal iyo gabdhaba. Step Academy wuxuu qaaday dadaal laba jibaar ah intii loogu talagalay intii loo qorsheeyay aad ayuu uga fogaaday. Iskuulka Step Academy wuxuu ku taagan yahay tiirar aad u xoog badan. Tiirarka waxaa kow ka ah waalidiinta. Tiirka ugu xooga badan ee soo saaray ubadkan dhalinyaradan mutacalimiinta ah, dhalinyaradan iyaga oo high school dhigta haddana 2 sano iyo ka badan jaamacada haysta. Dadaalkaas tiirarka uu ku taagan yahay waxaa kow ka ah waalidiinta. Anuguna ka mid baanahay. waxaa kaloo tiirasha ka mid ah macallimiinta Step Academy oo ah dad tayo iyo quality iyo firfircoonaan lagu soo xushay. waxaa kaloo Step Academy tiirasha uu ku taagan yahay ka mid ah maamulka Step Academy ee uu ugu horeeyo Dr. Mustafa Maxamed Ibrahim. Dr. Sandra oo boardka maamulkiisa ama board jera. Tracy Moore oo macallimiinta maamulkooda ah. Kili oo la talisa ardada oo maalin had iyo habeen waqti kasta arday kasta oo Step Academy aada jaamacad la socota kalaasyadiisa la talisa dhiirigelisa u tarbiyayso u diyaarisa siday u qalin jabin lahaayeen iyaga oo waliba grade sare ama pointiyo sare haysta. Step Academy wuxuu marayaa meel aad iyo aad u qurux badan, aad iyo aad u fiican. wuxuu marayaa in ramadaanka aan ku jirno bishan khayrka badan waalidiintu ay ku ducaystaan oo yiraahdaan Ilaahayow cunugayga ma laga aqbalo Step Academy. Alxamdulillaah. waalidiin badan inta ku jirta ay ma garanayso fursadaas inta dhigata inayna aad u garan baa laga yaabaa laakiin waalidiinta uu ka buuxsamay waalidiin badan baa masaajidda taga waalidiin badan baa nala soo xiriidha waalidiin badan baa waxay yiraahdaan igu soo duceeya ilmahaygu in Step Academy laga aqbalo. Alxamdulillaah. dadaalkaas waxaan rabnaa inaan horu sii dhaqaajino. ardayga maanta isagoo high school ka qalin jabinaya haysta 77 kiridad. ardaygaas waliba ardada intooda badan waxaa laga aqbalay jaamacadda weyn ee University of Minnesota. kollejyada waliba aadka ugu muhiimsan baa laga aqbalay sida engineering iyo maaragtay kollejyada la midka ah. ardadaas waxaa u laaban oo kaliya waxaa lagu jaamacadda waa 120 kiridad iyo meelahaas ayaa lagu qalin jabiyaa halfway way soo dhaafeen. dadaalkaas waxa sameeyay waa mas'uuliyad wadareed waalid macallimiin maamul iyo ardada oo isu tagtay ayaa samaysay fursadaas qaaliga ah ee caruurteena uga faa'iideynayno. mar labaad dhammaantiin marti sharafta ka soo qayb gashay kulankan iyo waalidiinta macallimiinta iyo maamulka dhammaantiin waxaan leenahay hambalyo awguuriyo sanadkan sanadkiisa waxaan rajaynaynaa inaan tallaabo tan ka weyn aan horu sii qaadno. Assalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatuh.
Thank you, Ahmed. Step Academy prides itself on creating a strong academic environment and encouraging students to earn college credits while still in high school through Minnesota's PSEO program. This year, more than 50% of STEP Academy's juniors and seniors attended PSEO classes. Among you, class of 2019, sit 2 students who held themselves to very high standards and worked to achieve academic accolades today. These students have earned the highest GPAs in today's graduating class while attending PSEO. First, I would like to recognize our salutatorian. This student attended PSEO during her junior and senior year. She is in the National Honor Society and is on the University of Minnesota PSEO board. Her final high school grade point average this year is 3.75. Congratulations, Najma Abdullahi. Najma, please come forward and receive your medal. Congratulations. And our valedictorian spent her last 2 years of high school in PSEO at the University of Minnesota, earning the highest GPA in the 2019 graduating class. Despite having major surgery her junior year, she was still able to stay on track and maintain her standing as #1 in her graduating class. Fatima Brown, congratulations on earning title of valedictorian with a GPA of 3.823. Congratulations. We have another academic acknowledgement today. Abdullahi Omar is an extremely high-achieving senior who's earned the most college credits in the senior class, and I believe ever in STEP Academy history. He earned 76 college credits in only 2 years. Because of his high academic standing, he has been asked to deliver the student address today. Abdullahi, please join us. Would you like this? Very much so. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Many of the speakers here today spoke about college and college accomplishments, but I like to speak about life in general and how to get ahead. We graduates have spent 13 years in school, and with each passing year we've seen our knowledge base widen. Many of us will not go into college, where yet again our knowledge base will increase. It'll increase more in 4 years than it has the previous 13 years. And after that, some will go on to graduate school and some will go on even further. But what happens to most people usually is after they exit, they simply become content with what they already know. And they stop learning. That has a lot to do with the belief that most people have that education is only sought within schools and institutions, when that is not the case at all. Well, what happens if you're one of those people? or what can happen, or you'll face many problems. But one big problem you'll face is we now live in a world where knowledge is replaced so quickly. A given technique or method in your given field that you now know today will probably be obsolete within 5 to 7 years if you don't further your education in a self-directed manner. Now, everything you know collectively in your given field, in the area you struggle to learn for 13 years and college and so on, will probably be gone and be obsolete within 2 decades. Now, it's a major problem, and how do we ensure us graduates that that does not happen to us? I suggest lifelong learning. And lifelong learning is continuously furthering your education and doing so in a self-directed manner. It's not reaching a destination, it's quite a journey. It's always keeping in mind that you're on a journey and you'll never reach a destination. Lifelong learning sounds like a big ask, like a tall order, lifelong. It isn't at all if you do so in your inclinations and your interests. We all have inclinations, various topics, various subjects that we by nature gravitate towards. And if you engage in those, then lifelong learning isn't that big of a deal. It won't be that difficult. These inclinations, you've seen them when you were 6, 7, 8. These topics where no one had to tell you to engage in. The topics where you naturally just liked. And in your professional life, you shouldn't venture out of those. Now, say you do engage in lifelong learning in your inclinations, and you stay within your interests. Now, what will happen? Well, Charles T. Munger once said it perfectly, and I can't say it better. He says, you'll wake up one morning, and you'll be out walking, and you'll look to your right, you'll look to your left, and you'll say, my heavenly days. I'm one of the most competent people of my age cohort. And he goes on to say, I constantly see people succeed in life who aren't the most competent, who aren't the smartest at all, and who at times aren't the most diligent. But they have this simple habit of lifelong learning. It's quite simple if you think about it. Those experiences, the knowledge and experiences that you've attained in the first decade of your life will not be sufficient to get you through the next 10 years. And what has gotten you through the second decade of your life, the knowledge and the experiences that you attained, will not get you through the third, and so on and so forth. So, my fellow graduates, however far we get in life, let us never rest on our laurels, however much success we attain, and let us always engage in lifelong learning. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for a wonderful message to your peers, Abdullahi. I would now like to welcome Dr. Mustafa back to the mic to give out the College Credit Awards.
So as we said before, half of our graduates this year, they earned a college credit while they're still in high school. So for that, we'd like to encourage and also acknowledge for these students. As you know, last few years, we're providing laptops for our high achiever BSU students. But this year, we'll try to become more creative. I'm sorry to say that. More creative and provide trophies instead of laptops. But also, we talked to the parent of these students, and we asked them to provide a laptop. At least, right? So we provide trophies, and the parent also will provide a laptop. So they get two things, not only one. So I would just like to mention these students and what kind of college they earned it. And also I will invite later on Dr. Joe Nathan and Dr. Sandra to come on this in the podium and present the trophies. So, Abdullahi Umar. Wait, He earned 77 college credits. Firdaus Dayib. She earned 66 college credits. I'm sorry. Juwairi Abdul Qadir. 74 college credits. Camilo Jama. 64 college credits. Rayan Damuke. 62 college credits. Salma Farah. 55 college credits. Iman Jama. 51 college credits. Fadima Brown, 45 college credits. Munira Yusuf, 48 college credits. Najma Abdullahi, 53 college credits. And Sahara Ahmed, 47 college credits. There are more. I cannot mention all their names here in this stage. But as I said, more than I have their names if you need later on, okay? As a school, we're very proud for these students. They are out of their game. When they go to University of Minnesota, they only need to add only 2 more years, and they're done. And as was mentioned before, free education. There's no tuition. Books are free. Plus, the personal development. When you go to college, you totally change. Your mental will move from high school student to a college student. Your personality, the way you think, perspective will change. And as a school, STEM Academy, that's our innovation. And we're very, very proud of that. We encourage, we support, starting from 8th grade. We have a class called Avid class that Keely started a long time ago. Keely, thank you. That class prepares the student for this stage right now. So now I would like to invite Dr. Sandra and Dr. Joe Nathan to present this trophy to these students. Please welcome here. Yeah, I will read the names. Aisha Abdul Aziz. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you. Sahara Ahmed. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Rayyan Damuke. Thank you very much, Adar. Thank you.
Excellent.
Congratulations. Camilo Jama. MashaAllah.
Excellent work.
Juwairiya Abdul Qadir. Congratulations, Abdi. Thank you.
Excellent work.
Good. Fatima Brown. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Salma Farah. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Abdullah Umar. Congratulations.
Excellent work.
Congratulations. Thank you. Najma Abdullahi. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Excellent. Congratulations. Thank you. Firdaus Dayib. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Iman Jama.
Excellent work.
And finally, Munira Yusuf.
All right, it is the moment that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. I ask that after each name is read and applause results, that we quiet as an audience so that each and every family can hear their child's name be read. Faduma Mohamud will be announcing our students today.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Congratulations, guys and girls. Najma K. Abdi. Najma Muhammad Abdi. Abian Abdikarim. Halima Asad Ibrahim. Aisha Abdul Aziz. Juwairia Bashir Abdul Kadir. Ismahan Umar. Marian Abdurrahman Saeed. Hafsa Saeed. Ayub Sheikh. Samia Sheikh Umar. Abdullahi Ibrahim Yunus. All right, before I say the last person's name, it's a tradition. I want to see how loud you guys can scream for Munira Yusuf.
At this time, it is my honor to confirm the class of 2019. Dr. Ibrahim, Dr. Olmsted, parents, and teachers, I hereby declare that these graduation candidates have met all of the requirements for a diploma set forth by the Minnesota Department of Education and Step Academy. Under the authority vested in Step Academy to confer high school credentials, I hereby confirm the official graduation of the senior class of 2019. Graduates, you may now move your tassel to the other side of your hat, signifying that you have officially graduated. Dr. Mustafa, please join us for closing remarks.
Okay, Bismillah. Congratulations, all the graduates. Congratulations to our parents and our community. Congratulations to the board members. Congratulations anyone who supported this wonderful team of Step Academy graduate. So, thank you very much for coming and have a wonderful summer. You can throw your stuff.
All right. Graduates, you may stand. And on the count of 3, if you wish. Count with me, you may throw your hats. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.